Hi viewers, welcome to JSM. In this video, I am going to explain fusion of covalent bond. So here in the fusion of covalent bond, so we have two types of covalent bond fusions. So one is homolytic fusion, that is also called as homolysis, and one more is heterolytic fusion, that is also called as heterolysis. Then let us see the first type of fusion, that is homolytic fusion. Homolytic fusion. So homolytic fusion means symmetrical breakage of covalent bond. Okay, homolytic fusion means symmetrical breakage of covalent bond. Here symmetrical breakage is nothing but equal breakage of covalent bond is nothing but homolytic fusion. Symmetrical breakage of covalent bond is nothing but homolytic fusion. So we know that this is also called as homolysis. So what is symmetrical breakage of covalent bond? Let us see. So for example, if you take a molecule, for example, A2 molecule is present. A2 molecule is there. So to form a bond between A atom and A atom, so here two electrons are mutually shared. Okay. So when this covalent bond participating in the homolytic fusion, so what will happen? The two electrons which are present in the bond undergoes equal distribution between two atoms. So means one electron moves towards this A atom side and one more electron moves towards another A atom side. The equal distribution of electrons which are present in the covalent bond is indicated with a fish hook arrow. That is indicated with a fish hook arrow. So remember this. The equal distribution of electron between two atoms is indicated with a fish hook arrow. That means here half arrow we are writing. What this half arrow indicating? Distribution of one electron, moving of one electron towards one atom. And how many electrons are there? Two electrons are there. When equal breakage takes place, when symmetrical breakage takes place, one electron moves towards this atom side and one more electron moves towards another atom side. So due to this homolytic cleavage, here free radical formation takes place. Then how many free radicals will come? Two free radicals will come. So because two atoms are present, these two atoms converting into free radicals. The species which are formed due to the homolytic fusion are called as free radicals. Okay. So this homolytic fusion takes place in the presence of light H nu or in the presence of heat or in the presence of peroxide. Any one of these condition is required to show the homolytic fusion or homolysis. Okay, H nu means light, then heat, peroxide, this heat indicating with delta. Okay, remember that. Then this homolytic fusion also occurs in the presence of gaseous state or non-polar solvents. This homolytic fusion takes place in the presence of gaseous state species or non-polar solvents. Let us take one example here. For example, if we have chlorine molecule is there. Chlorine molecule. So in these two atoms of chlorine present. So between these two atoms, one covalent bond is present. When it undergoes homolytic fusion in the presence of light, for example, if you take the light here, then what will happen? The mutual sharing. Initially, this covalent bond formed due to the mutual sharing of electrons from two chlorines. One chlorine given one electron and another chlorine given one more electron. There is a mutual sharing takes place. When it is participating in the homolytic fusion in the presence of light, what will happen? This electron moving to this chlorine side and this electron moving to another chlorine side. Okay, that means here how many free radicals will form? two chlorine free radicals formation takes place. Two chlorines free radicals formation takes place. So this is called chlorine free radical. Chlorine free radical. Then we can see one more example. For example, if we have CH3, Cl is present. So here when you apply the light, what will happen here? The bond present between a carbon and chlorine undergoes homolytic cleavage. Okay, one electron moves towards CH3 side and one more electron moves towards chlorine side. Then we can get CH3 free radical, methyl free radical, CH3 free radical, methyl free radical, and one more is chlorine free radical formation takes place. Okay, for example, if you take a peroxide like ROOR, this is a peroxide. When it is participating in the homolytic fission, the symmetrical breakage takes place between covalent bond. This electron moves towards oxygen, this electron moves towards another oxygen. Then 2 RO dot free radicals formation takes place. So this is about the homolytic fusion. Next type of fusion, that is heterolytic fusion or heterolysis. Okay. Next one is heterolytic fusion. Heterolytic fusion, we can also call it as heterolysis. So what is the meaning of this heterolytic fusion? That is the unsymmetrical breakage, unequal breakage, unsymmetrical breakage of covalent bond. Unsymmetrical breakage of covalent bond is nothing but heterolytic fusion. So what is unsymmetrical fusion? Let us see how we can explain that. For example, if you take a molecule AB, here AB molecule is present. So I am taking here electronegativity of A is greater than B. Electronegativity of A is greater than B, for example. Okay, then what will happen? So here in this covalent bond, we know that mutually shared 2 electrons are present between A and B. So due to the more electronegativity of A, when it participating in the heterolytic fusion, so the electrons which are present in the covalent bond, the 2 electrons which are present in the covalent bond, so moves towards A side. Okay, atom A side. Then, so this electron is A electron, its own electron. So what about this electron? This electron is B electron moving towards A side. That's why on A one extra electron is coming. Means A gets which charge? Negative charge, means anion is formed. Then, so here B lost its electron, that's why B gets positive charge, that is called as cation. So what happened here? So here 2 electrons are there in the covalent bond, unequal distribution taking place. In the previous one, homolytic fusion, equal distributed, but here unequally distributed. Okay, between the 2 atoms, that depends upon the electronegativity of the atom. Okay, let us see one more. Same AB molecule is there. In this case, electronegativity of B is greater than A. Electronegativity of B is greater than A. In this case, what will happen? So here 2 electrons present in the covalent bond. When it participating in the heterolytic fusion, the electrons which are present between A and B moves towards B atom side. That means here this is the electron of B, this electron moving towards B, and also the electron of A also moving towards B side. Means in B one excess electron is present, that's why B gets negative charge, that is anion. Then here A lost 1 electron, that's why A gets positive charge, it is cation. So based on this we can say, when heterolytic fusion takes place in the covalent bond, which type of species are formed? Cations and anions formation takes place. But in the homolytic fusion, which one forming? Free radicals are forming. Okay, then this heterolytic fusion takes place in the presence of polar solvents, majorly polar solvents and which is catalyzed by acids and bases. Which is catalyzed by acids and bases. Here we can say one more point. The energy required in the heterolytic fusion is more compared to the homolytic fusion. Okay, the energy required for heterolytic fusion is greater than energy required for homolytic fusion. So why it is? Because in the homolytic fusion, anion and cations, oppositely charged ions are forming. Due to that, the electrostatic interactions between these ions more. When electrostatic interaction between these ions more, then we can say that is strength of the bond is more. That's why heterolytic, the energy required to heterolytic fusion also more. So why energy required for heterolytic fusion is more? Because the ions shows the more electrostatic interactions. So because of that reason, to show the heterolytic fusion, it requires more amount of energy. Let us see example for heterolytic fusion. For example, if we have HCl, okay, in this case when it is participating in the heterolytic fusion, the electrons which are present between hydrogen and chlorine moves towards which atom side? That definitely towards the more electronegative atom side. Here electronegativity of chlorine is greater than hydrogen. That's why the bonded electrons, the mutually shared electrons are moving towards chlorine side. Then here we will get H plus Cl minus. Then let us take one more example. For example, if we have CH3, Cl is present. Okay, here carbon, chlorine connected to a covalent bond. The electronegativity of chlorine is greater than the carbon. That's why the mutually shared electrons are moving towards chlorine side. Then H3C dot H3 plus will come and here Cl minus will come. Okay, this is a methyl carbocation. This is called methyl carbocation. Because carbon with positive charge, that's why carbocation. Chlorine, this is the chloride. Cl minus is chloride ion. Okay, then so if we take CH3, C triple bond N is present. CH3, C triple bond N is present. Then what will happen here? Here this is a carbon, here carbon. So between these two carbons, one single bond is present. Okay, so that means here covalent bond present between similar atom. Then these two electrons are moved towards which carbon side? That is very, very important. Here you see this carbon hybridization is sp3, this carbon hybridization is sp hybridized. Okay, based on that we can say in the sp hybridization percentage of S is more, here percentage of S is less in sp3 hybridization. When percentage of S is more, for the carbon electronegativity more. When percentage of S is less, electronegativity of that carbon is less. When electronegativity more for this carbon, so definitely these two electrons are moving toward which side? This carbon side. Then we can write moving of electrons from this side to this side. Then we can write here CH3 plus Cn with minus charge. Okay, here Cn minus, here CH3 plus. This is called as cyanide. This one is methyl carbocation. So like this, heterolytic fusion takes place. This heterolytic fusion indicating with a curved arrow. The shifting of electron, distribution of electron we are representing with a curved arrow. In the homolytic fusion that we represented with a fish hook arrow. Okay, right.